Good day, champion writers. I'm so excited to be back in our Writing Wednesday. If you did not check out last week's writing video, go see it now and come right back. I'll be here waiting for you. If you did join in with me last week, I hope you really enjoyed some brain power activity just to get you thinking about awesome ideas. We are joining in to write the best story ever for every single one of you. And I can't wait to see what ideas come to life. We're going to hop right back into it right away and then see how much more we can develop along the way. See, I've got two thought bubbles here. And if you remember last Wednesday, for Writing Wednesday, we brainstormed things that were about make-believe and nonfiction. But we're going to call this section right here real life. So both of these are topics that you can use your brain about because we just started brainstorming different topics and ideas. So go ahead and get out your list. Remember, you had an assignment to hit 20 details. 20. If you didn't come up with 20 details, that's okay. You can either, one, pause the video right where we are, do some brainstorming, or two, follow along with me and you can add in your own details as we go because you know I'm ready to share some of my ideas with you. So I explained to you that space is one of my favorite things to study. I'm going to go ahead and chit-chat about that with you right now, and we're going to talk about my best story ever taking place in the setting of outer space. How fun is that? So, outer space, is that make-believe or real life? That is let me get that 20 out of the way. Outer space kind of exists in between both of these. So we're going to use that here as our first detail that we're going to talk about. And what do I know about space? I know there's lots of stars and planets. It's dark. See the moon and the sun. And check that out. Right now I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 little details ready to go. Not so hard to hit 20, right? Let's keep going. What else do I want to happen in this story? Because I've been thinking it's a good story because I would love to go into outer space and just jump around and play on Saturn's rings. I think it would be almost like a trampoline. So I'm going to put that over here in the make-believe sections about Saturn's rings. I don't know that they're like jumping on a trampoline, but I imagine that's really what it would be like. So I'm going to put that here. I imagine if I was a little alien girl out in outer space, I would just love jumping on those. And you know what would happen every time I jumped on a ring? I think glitter would shoot out from Saturn's rings, and it would be like we were decorating space with stars of glitter. I'm going to write that down. There's another detail. When I jump, it's like glitter is released. Okay? Because guess what? One thing I also know about space, this is going to go on my real life side now, it's always growing and expanding. Our energy creates universal energy that continually allows space to grow and evolve. Did you know that? Fascinating, right? That's going over here. Space is constantly growing. What do I want to do in this best story ever? What's the whole point? Because I'd really like to have some friends with me. It's no fun to be like in a spaceship by yourself. So I'd probably invite some of my best friends. I do have some best friends in real life. I'm going to add those details here. My friends. My best friend's name is Sarah. She would totally come. And my sister's name is Stephanie. She's my other BFF. So I know those two friends are people that are going to be in outer space with me, and we're going to be flying like a real-life rocket ship. Like, did you watch the rover that just landed on Mars? Did you see that? Right here, that's going on real life because I think my spaceship would probably look a lot like that Mars rover right here. Okay, what else do I need to know? Make-believe, you know what I'm going to put in this story? I always thought it would be so cool to graduate from Astronaut School. Even when I was your age and I was in middle school, space was fascinating to me. It was just when space camps were kind of getting cool and interesting, and I always wanted to go. I never did get to go, but maybe, just maybe, that's something we can all enjoy imagining about and brainstorming about and daydreaming about together, and you never know, we just might end up out in outer space together. So I'm going to write down about space camp. That's something that happens in real life, but it's make-believe for me since I never got to go. So I'm going to put it up here in this thought bubble up here, space camp. I want to get some more information on that. So I'm going to put like a little cloud that kind of gets my attention, because I'm going to have to Google some details about space camp. I want to talk about where it is. I want to talk about what you do there. I want to talk about all the interesting things, because what I've got right here is a whole introduction to the best story ever. I just brainstormed with you all about writing, all about details, and all about this imaginary experience in a spaceship I want to go on. Are you coming along with me? How many of you are going to write about space now? Raise your hand. You're going to come with me? You're going to space? Oh, we're going to race? I'll get there first. I promise. My spaceship will be the fastest. Let me write that down. So, writing the best story ever. Anytime you're asked to write, whether it be on I Step, I Learn, I Read, I do, whatever it's called, brainstorming, using that space that says write your ideas here. Do you use that? Do you? Do you use it? How about you? No, none of you do. I watch you. I watch you when we do those things, and I don't see those pencils moving. And guess what? That is the key ingredient to getting the best story ever, is writing down the details, because look how fun it is to keep brainstorming. We've talked about all these things with me. Did you write some down on your paper? Did you get out your journal, your notebook, your loose leaf paper, a marker, a crayon, something to write with? Did you do all that? If not, go ahead and get it out, and you've got ideas to get down here with me. What else do we want to write about? What else do I want to have in here? You know, there's got to be some little green alien guy that comes along and tries to knock me off of Saturn's ring. Let's put him in make-believe. And he probably speaks a language I don't know, and squeak, like squeak, 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 squeak. Speaks and squeaks. Let's write that down. Speaks. I didn't even mean to do that, but that's pretty funny. This alien is going to speak in squeaks. I love that detail. Okay. Do you know what I'm going to do now? I'm going to actually start writing the best story ever. I'm going to go get a piece of paper and my pencil, and I'm going to sit down and I'm going to write this out. Watch how easy it's going to be. I'm going to talk it out with you, and then I'm going to do it. When I start here, how do we always start stories? Once upon a time in a galaxy far, far away. One day I was just walking down the street and found keys to a spaceship. One day, my friend Sarah and my sister Stephanie and I decided to go on a long vacation together. Writing the best story ever is awesome because I get to use my imagination and start that story any way I want. I think it'd be a great way if we graduated from space school together and decided to go on this amazing vacation together. So I'm going to do that. First, let me get out my red marker because I'm going to write over this a little bit so you can see how I'm going to now create my paragraph right down here. Okay, we'll write it right there together. Are you ready? So I just said we graduated space school together. All I got to do is take my details, put them in a paragraph. We graduated space school together and decided to go on vacation. Let me write that down. My friends and I decided to take an amazing vacay after graduating space school. So, I'm just literally going to work my way around my ideas and keep writing sentences. My next sentence might be there. Right here about Saturn's rings being a trampoline and glitter being released. I could talk about how I've always heard of this, but I never got to see it in person, and that's something I really want to experience. Let me write down that next sentence. Space school. we studied how Saturn's rings are, I'm going to make up a word right now, jumpable. When we're doing creative writing, you can do those things, are jumpable. Because why? That's right, because Saturn's rings are made from a trampoline. Because the rings are made of trampolines. Look at that. I have 2 awesome sentences just from reading 2 of my details. We probably didn't even hit 20 details, but that's okay because I always throw out a number just to get you going and just to start thinking and just to get you to want to achieve that number so that the details start coming out really naturally and easily while you're brainstorming with me. Now, I can keep going. We also heard that Saturn's rings will release glitter when you jump on them. It's just like the stars coming to life at night. We went around on our spaceship when all of a sudden, a green little alien guy who speaks and squeaks, squeak, 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 came out yelling at us. What happened next? Since our spaceship looks like the Mars rover, we were able to jump in super fast and take out without the squeak, squeak guy getting a hold of us. Do you see how my story elements start forming? And do you see how my brain starts creating a whole new world, a whole new series of events, and whole new characters just to explain something that I'm really interested in? When things are fun, when your brain's having fun, when your thoughts are fun, do you know what becomes fun? That's right, writing. Say it, writing is fun. Say it, writing is fun. Writing is fun. And it is so fun because you get to create something that no one else in this whole entire world can do. Only you can tell your stories. That's right, only you. Only you can tell the story that's up here in that big, beautiful brain of yours. And remember, I'm a champion just like you're a champion, and I'm a genius just like you're a genius. So we genius storytellers are going to have so much fun writing the best story ever. My challenge for you this week, go back and watch last week's video if you didn't get a chance to see it. Rewatch this video. And get those papers out and let me see you brainstorming with me, writing the best story ever. Send me submissions. kmanta at lrmsnewtech.com. That's KMANTTA at LRMSNEWTECH.com. It's my Gmail address, and I can't wait to see what you come up with. Send me a picture of what you write down so that I can chit-chat back and forth with you and help you develop that big, beautiful brain of yours and all the details you need to write the best story ever. Have a great day. Thanks for checking in with me and enjoying Writing Wednesday with me. And I'll see you on Friday for our Story of Wonder and Fiction Friday. Have a great e-learning day. Have a great time brainstorming some awesome details. And thanks for listening to me tell you my stories. Have a great day.